guys, Ian from R.T.O. Welcome to another Battle Royale group. This is Group D, Halloween Hell, or the Group of Death. Every tournament has to have a group of death. And in fact, we put you in here. You are unfortunately in the group of death. So we've got 4 great singles and 4 great bands today. So we will kick off. The way we do it is, if you're the single that was first gets released first goes first. In this case, this is another entry from Mick from California, and he has put in "I Can't Get No Satisfaction" by the Rolling Stones. This, of course, is a product of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. And playing on here are Mick Jagger on vocals and blues harp. If you can hear the harp, you tell me where it is. Keith Richards, backing vocals, fuzz guitar, electric guitar and acoustic. Brian Jones on electric rhythm guitars, acoustic guitar, blues harp as well, piano and organ. The one and only Mr. Bill Wyman on the bass, and the legendary Mr. Charlie Watts on the drums. Additional personnel on here is Jack Nitschau on piano and organ and tambourine. That tambourine is played by Jack. And then Ian Stewart, the legendary session player, piano, organ and marimba. Okay. It starts off with what is widely considered one of the greatest hooks of all time, and the song's lyrics refer to sexual frustration and commercialism. So it's got that riff is just that dan dan dan. Everybody knows how to play that plays guitar. But the other thing that people forget about is that drum beat from Charlie Watts. It's solid as a rock, as long with Bill Wyman's bass line. It's one of the most iconic starts of any record. And then pops up Mick to do his singing. Everyone does impressions of Mick when he does this. I think this is very solid. And what I do like about it is it's that rhythm as well. The rhythm guitar. When you listen to this closely, the rhythm section is really good. You know, Keith's lead stuff is pretty awesome, but it's Brian Jones just keeping that going along. And then, of course, Jack Nitschau on the tambourine. You never thought you'd hear a tambourine being a significant thing of a song. And I love that bit when all that's left is like the drumming of Charlie, who takes it on before the band come in. It is a great song, isn't it? I've seen them perform it. They speeded it up a little bit. I mean, but I've seen some fine live versions of this on album and on video. It's a great track, and hope good luck to Mick with that one. Okay, our next entry is from Pulsar, another chap from America, and he's gone from the 1970 single Black Knight by the magnificent Deep Purple. Now this is one of them one-off singles. Did very well in the charts. We'll talk about that if it gets through at another stage. So playing on here, of course, is that classic Mark II lineup of Deep Purple. Mr. Ian Gillan on vocals, Richie Blackmore on guitars, Roger Glover on the bass, Ian Pace on drums, and John Lord on the keyboards. Well, there's lots of things you can say about this record. Let's break it down. First, that riff from Richie, straight in, wallop. Then you've got that the rhythm section of Roger and John just coming back in the background, giving it, and some magnificent drumming from Ian Pace surrounding this. Up pops Ian onto the mic to start that great lyric. And then we come to that guitar solo. The insane guitar solo. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, this is the first song I ever heard by Deep Purple, and it blew me away. And then you get John doing his little keyboard solo in it, and some brilliant drumming from Ian Pace. It's that interplay. But the one that gets forgotten about on this, it's not Ian Gillan's vocals, it's Roger Glover's bass line. This is the glue of this song. Forget all the fancy stuff and the brilliant stuff. It's Pacey and Roger Glover that keep the song driving. It's just, I think that keyboard bit is an insane piece of wizardry from John Ward. So good luck to Pulsar on that. That is another excellent track. Next one is from the Rock Beast up there in Scotland, and he's gone for Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. Now this came out in 1971. What have we got on here? Well, we've got Roger Daltrey, of course, on lead vocals. We've got Pete Townsend on guitars, acoustic guitars, and the Lowry organ. One of the best bass players that ever lived, I think, Mr. John Entwistle. Plus one of the finest drummers ever, Mr. Keith Moon. Now, on the single, it's a very edited version. So the keyboard intro, which you get on the album version, which is magnificent, you don't get it on the single. It goes straight into the song. You get a little bit of it, and of course I think this is one of Keith Moon's best drumming performance on any Who song ever. Great vocal from Roger on this. Once again, another song that's sort of driven by the bass and the drums. I mean, it's quite magnificent to hear John and Keith on this. There is a downside to the edited version of this. It's chopped and changed, and you don't get the essence. You get the essence of the song, but you don't get the fantastic guitar riffs. But they do keep in that solo from Pete, which is amazing. Roger, one of his fine performances. Another stunning song worthy of a place in this group. And our last one today is from someone that's never entered our competitions before. So this goes under the name of Braces 18. Now they have put in Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, track off the Nevermind album from 1991. And this is the song that really propelled, I think, the Nevermind and Nirvana. So playing on here is Kurt Cobain on vocals and guitars, Chris Novoselic on the bass, and of course Dave Grohl on backing vocals and drums. Now everybody knows this for that beginning drum bit from Dave Grohl. I mean, he hits them drums so hard. Everybody knows this. That, and there's no mucking about here, is it? It's bang straight in. Now, you know I'm not a great lover of grunge, but this song I too like. I think this is a fantastic song. There is some really nice little riffs from Kurt on the guitars. He's got the vocal on this is really good. Probably one of Kurt's best vocals he ever recorded, I think. But this song still belongs to Dave Grohl. That heaviness on the drums and then Chris on the bass. The chorus is catchy. It just engulfs what the change. And I do think this was a breath of fresh air, even though I'm not a grunge fan. It's what the music need. We needed something fresh, and it's just one of the very most iconic rock songs of the 90s. I can't deny that. I think that's that chorus. The chorus comes in and it goes at a fast, frenetic pace, and then you get that little slow down bit, and then before the energy comes in towards the end. So there are our contenders today. How do we vote? How do you vote for them? Well, at 2 p.m, this all goes live at 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m, you will be able to go into, if you go into the community tab, there is a link to where you vote. It's one vote per IP address. There will be a link into this in the description, as long as there's a short that goes up as well for this, so you can just give you a little sample. If you want to listen to the whole of it, and if you want to listen to what the songs that are in the competition, I've taken some out, the ones that have dropped out, but I'll put the link into my Spotify playlist so you can go and listen to all these songs that are actually in the competition. And voting for this closes at 23:59 next Wednesday, and Dave will announce the winner next Thursday. So good luck to Braces 18, the Rock Beast, Pulsar and Mick for probably the most difficult group of the competition. And you're thinking, what are we playing for? Well, this year you're actually going to be playing for a trophy. That'll be just the one trophy, and then when we get to that stage. So that's what we're playing for. Just take part in it and enjoy it, and get voting for these guys who've actually come up and put themselves forward. Okay, next week is Group E, which I think is the iconic singles off the top of my head. Okay, coming up next, we're going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're going to have a look at the top 10 singles on the 31st of October 1967. So we'll see you for that. Bye for now.